All right, so here we have Bitcoin on Bybit on the 1 hour. As you see, we're having some trouble getting above this little chop right here. Came down all below all major moving averages. Had you a little trap down here, had a reversal, came back up. Now you're having trouble getting above the same level as before. Looks like you're getting a minor rejection coming down to the 21. Excuse me. And we're going to find out whether we can hold these moving averages or not. If you do fall below the 100, I would expect you to come down to the 200, 19,200, probably get a wick down to the POC, point of control, on the VPVR at about 19,100. VPVR here to your right measures horizontal volume at a certain price level. Okay, so let's check the momentum oscillators, which is the RSI and the MACD, which judge bullish and bearish momentum. So your RSI is testing a signal line right now. We're going to find out whether we cross it to the downside. If we do cross it to the downside and get back below this neutral median line, that's not going to look good. I would expect a minor bounce, well, a bounce at the top of the bearish control zone that I would expect to enter it, which won't look good. Let's see. You had a retest. You had a test of that zero line, like we were talking about yesterday. You do have support and resistance at this zero line. So you did get back above your signal line, came for a retest. Now we're going to find out whether we can stay above it. We need to stay above 19,373 in order to stay above that signal line. And if we cross 18,929, we will cross below that zero line, which does correspond basically with 19K. So that's kind of our level right now. Right now, your BBWP, which measures volatility, is below its moving average, coming down. So, I mean, we could still have some more consolidation here unless we break these major moving averages. Let's see. So the bullish case is that we get back above this last high and break these level of this chop on a 1 hour closure at basically 19.6. I would like to see 19.650. All right. And if that happens, I would expect a climb back up to the highs at 2250 region. All right. That would imply that we do stay above this signal line, which it looks like we're trying to fall below right now, and we have 12 minutes to go. So we need to stay above that signal line. We need to stay above this signal line on both momentum oscillators. Now, once this BBWP crosses its moving average, the consolidation will be done. And we're either going to break this level or we're going to break these last lows, okay? And if we do break the POC point of control, I would expect us to come back down to the lows at 18,600 in this purple zone. So let's move on to the 4 hour. So here on the 4 hour, we are neutral as hell. I mean, we are just converging and diverging on that signal line, testing the neutral median line. We are in the upper zone right now. We're also riding the signal line of the MACD. BBWP has nosedived. Obviously, we're printing dark blue line right there. I mean, we're just going sideways right now. Yeah, I mean, all your major moving averages are converging even. So I'm pretty neutral right now. Honestly, I am neutral. Until we break one of these levels, I am fully neutral. So we're going to find out probably, I would say maybe today, possibly tomorrow. Within the next 3 days, though, I would expect us to break this. It's hard to time the markets. You can put the probabilities in your favor using, levels, statistics, your strategies. But it's hard to time the market. You just make the bullish and bearish cases. You have your levels, put the probabilities in your favor. Okay, so let's see here. Let's go to, well, there's really no sense to go there. Okay, so on the daily, We are trying to get out of the bearish control zone. Did get a retest of the signal line once we popped above it. Let's see, on the MACD, we are in the lower zone. We are below that zero line, but we did get a close above the signal line, so we did cross it. BBWP is very low. Moving average is heading down. Probably going to print one of these dark blue bar signals, which, I mean, we're just going sideways here. Like I said, I'm neutral right now. We need to break one of these levels before that becomes different. So let's go here. Stochastic is in the overbought region. Looks like it's trying to come down on the signal line. Now this is probably the only signal that makes me seem a little more bearish. But we'll find out. It can stay up there for a while. As you see, it can stay up there for a little bit. You know what I mean? So we could still go up. You know, maybe go up to the top band. Oh, we are on Solana. Okay, completely different. But we are still trying to cross that signal line to the downside. We are in a bullish order block right now. We are, like I said, we're going sideways, having trouble to get back above this VPVR mountain right here, which is what I call them as mountains. They look like sideways mountains. And the farther they are out, the more support or resistance that they are. So that's why you have your POC, which is your main level. So if you do fall, we're going to have major resistance or major support at 19,100. All right. So let's move on to Ethereum. Once again, let me see here. Once again, the bullish and bearish case is that you break one of these levels, either the top of the chop or your last lows. Basically at the 100 on a 1 hour closure. Now, if you break the 200, that's when, you know, shit get a little ugly. You come back down to the bottom of the range, but we'll find out and come back to it. So let's move on to Ethereum. By the way, if you guys are liking this video so far, like and subscribe to the channel. Check out the links in the description below, one being the Discord. A lot of good conversation about trading crypto and investing there. We collectively stay ahead of the curve. Definitely join the Discord and stay ahead of the curve. And also turn on those bell notifications so you get notified with this time-sensitive content. A lot of time, as soon as I put this video out, the move starts to happen. So yeah, definitely turn on those bell notifications. Get notified. All right, so here we have Ethereum. Similar story. You know, having some trouble getting above the chop, coming down to its moving averages, which are all converged. Now your POC is coming down here at the bottom of these moving averages. So that is going to be major support unless we just cut through this right now. If we cut through this right now, I would expect some support at the 1325 region. But ultimately, if we break that, I'm expecting us to come all the way back down to 1270 region. All right, so right now your momentum oscillators are, so RSI is trying to cross the signal line to the downside. MACD curling back over. Net positive momentum on the histogram really ain't doing nothing. Your BBWP is very low, and if it crosses its moving average, though, the volatility could happen, which if we break one of these levels, it will probably cross its moving average, and then we just got to wait for that moving average to turn around, and then, you know, the volatility will commence. So, basically, if we break the top level, basically if we break the bottom level. But I would like to see us break the red zone or the top of the level. Those are your bullish and bearish cases. Let's see what the stochastic is saying. All right, so similar to Bitcoin, you are in the overbought, curling over. We'll find out whether you cross your signal line to the downside or what is going to happen, and then we'll come back to it. So let's see here. Similar story to Bitcoin. We're going to move on to Solana. All right, so here on Solana, Solana, on the other hand, is looking pretty good. Getting rejected a little bit from our purple zone that we've had drawn for a while. We have stayed on the pulse of Solana for so long. I'm talking about months. I mean, we have really stayed on the pulse of Solana. You did have the multi-moving average crossover, which is one of my signals. Then you had the fan out, which told you that this move was going to happen. Now, if you can get above this purple zone at 34, basically 82, I would expect you to break this last high. If you can get a 1 hour closure up here, all right? Your momentum oscillators, right now your RSI is getting rejected from the bullish control zone. We really don't want to see, that happen. We really don't want to see us get rejected and get back below this signal line on a 1 hour closure. And then if we get below this last low on the RSI, that's not going to look good at all. MACD, riding the signal line right now. Your volatility is kind of cooling down a bit. Your BBWP has been working its way down during this whole ride. You've basically just been going, to the right, up a little bit to the right. Not really much. Your BBWP is very low and it's curling back over. So the consolidation could still go on. All right. So basically, if you break the 21, you're going to come down to the POC, point of control, and the VPVR 3377 region. Also where this 50 moving average lies, which is this red line right here. Okay, so now if you start breaking these moving averages, your 200 comes right in at this last low. If you break that, I would expect you to come all the way back down to the purple zone. And then, that would probably mean that Bitcoin is breaking down. And that's not going to be good because it could get really ugly. Now, like I said, if you can get a closure above 3482 region, I would expect you to come back up here, try to break the 3542. If you break that last high, let's see, I would expect, let's put a fib on this, all right? Let's put a fib on it. See if anything lines up. So the first level I'd be looking at is 3682. Just so happens your 2618 is at 3978. So if we can break this level, I would expect us to come up to 3977, $240. But that's far away. Bitcoin would have to get really bullish in order for that to happen. Very bullish. But that's our, mega bullish level. The probability of that happen is very low. I just want to let you know the probability of that is very low. Okay? So, once again, if you guys like this video, like and subscribe to the channel. Check out the links in the description below. Join the Discord. Everyone have a great morning, great afternoon, great evening, and I will see you tomorrow.